live already. Good afternoon. That skipped very quickly from 11:59 to 12:01. I was just trying to sort out my lighting actually, as is always an issue with these things. But hello, welcome to this week's Watch Me Wednesday. This is now week 3 of me back in the Watch Me Wednesday seat on a Wednesday. Every Wednesday at midday you can catch me on here. Just for those of you who don't know me, in case I've popped up on your Facebook feed and you have no idea who I am or what I'm talking about, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, which means that A, I'm a crafter, B, I like to make cards, and C, the products that I use are all from a company called Stampin' Up. I love them, everything coordinates and everything is good quality stuff. So having crafted for 27 years now, no, I'm only 28. For 27 years now, yeah, I've got to know that the quality of products makes all the difference. As with anything, you get what you pay for in this world. So today I am here to share some more goodies. I shared some sneaky peeks of things last week. I've got some more sneaky peeks. So I'm going to show you some sneaky peeks. So again, don't get too excited you can't get this yet. This is something we've been able to get as a demonstrator. So this is an early release. In a couple of weeks' time, we have our sort of annual convention. And obviously, as with most things this year, it's all gone online. So as part of the convention, we get to have some make and takes and things like that. So some samples to make up. And we've been able to pre-order some products that even some other demonstrators haven't been able to order yet. So if you aren't coming to what we call on stage, then you might like a sneaky peek. You've seen it on the demonstrator website if you are RA demo, but you might want to see it in real life. And as a customer, you won't be able to buy it all for a while. I think maybe even January. There's nothing wrong with having a little sneaky peek, is there? But say, don't get excited, you can't buy it yet. And then I'm going to make a card. So I haven't got too much to go over at all this week. The paper sale that I should be organised and have my paperwork for to go over again is still on. I know it's in this pile somewhere. Goodness knows where. I've got so much printed out. I have no idea where it is. Oh dear. Well, if you were with me last week, you saw it last week. The paper sale, there's 15 packs of paper in our catalogues across the main annual catalogue and the mini catalogue that have all got 15% off. So I stocked up. I bought lots of paper this weekend because I love a bit of Christmas. I kind of went for. I love a bit of Christmas paper. So I will put the link in here. So hi Ali, lots to love, and Ali and Polo as always. So I won't show you that again. I will, when I finish this Facebook Live, I will update the notes, and if you're watching on YouTube, then you'll have it in there as well. So I'll put the link to the paper, because that only goes on until the end of the month. So hi Sally, oh, in the US, you up early? You must be up early. Morning Elizabeth, are you not at work? Or working with this on. So let's go through a few bits. I mean, we had our team retreat at the weekend. That was exhausting but great fun. All the ladies seem to have loved it, so that was good. It is afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon now. So that was good. But yeah, it was tiring. I'm still tired now. I've not really woken up today either. But let's get on with this, because I don't want these Facebook Lives to kind of go on forever and a day. So let's go across to here and let's have a sneaky peek of what there is here. So as I say, this is something that is coming out in the January catalogue. But as I say, as an attendee of On Stage, I've been able to order it early. So we know that we love a punch, especially if you're a beginner stamper. If you're a beginner stamper and you don't have a die cutting machine or embossing machine at the moment, or you don't even know what I'm talking about, then punches are great. So you can see this is like a double butterfly. It's not butterflies at all, it's dragonflies. And obviously coordinate with these images. So if you don't know what this is, so this is actually locked at the moment, so you just go like that, and then it's basically just a normal hole punch. So like you have an office hole punch with 2 or 3 holes along there, and you put your bit of paper in and you hole punch it. This is exactly the same. You put your bit of card in, you hole punch it, except the bits that come out are dragonfly shaped in this case. So punches are always good for circles and things like that. I've got all the circle punches and labels and things like that. Especially when you're getting going. But what I love about Stampin' Up, let me lock that again. So it locks flat, so you can store it like that, and you've got a little image there upside down of the butterfly. Oh my goodness me, I'm going to keep calling it a butterfly. Dragonfly. So you can store them like that. You can actually store them one on top of each other as well. If I grab another one that's just in front of me. This is my 2 1/4 punch. And they lock in place. They're exactly the same size. They lock in place. Or you could keep them like that. I know that's upside down again. So you can keep a stack of them on top of each other if you want to. So, yeah, so it's a red photopolymer. It's not, oh my goodness me, it's not photopolymer at all. Ignore me today. I think I just need to get on and make cards. It's red rubber. Photopolymer is a see-through stamp. Is that one? No. So this is red rubber and it's on a sponge and it needs to be mounted to an acrylic block. But again, once you've got acrylic blocks, you've kind of got them for life. But that is a red rubber. I mean, that's beautiful. Look at that. And the dragonflies are beautiful as well. What sentiments have we got? You're an inspiration for a true friend. Thank you for your kindness. May good things grow all year. But that's beautiful. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. And a smudge. There's nothing like a good smudge. But, so you could use it as a smudge. There's clouds and things like that. Or you could use it to colour in the wings of the, nearly said butterfly, dragonfly. Elizabeth is exhausted from the weekend. Yes, we can show new products when they're available on a pre-order, Elizabeth. We're allowed to. So yeah, you just can't show paperwork or catalogues or things like that. Sally loves punches. Who doesn't love punches? So that's the stamp set and the coordinating punch. You can buy them individually or you can buy them as a bundle and save yourself 10%. If you join as a demonstrator, you can save yourself even more money. So you'd be able to order those in December as a demonstrator or in January as a customer. So there's some 6x6 paper here. Stampin' Up seems to love its 6x6 paper at the moment. Oh, I can't even get it open. See, like this only arrived literally yesterday. So I haven't even opened it yet. So what have we got here? So it says that it is, it's got the colours of Basic Black, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow and Whisper White. There are 48 sheets. So, how have they done it? Okay, now they've done it all. They change how they pack their papers, you know. So if I bring up, I should be able to find. There we go. So it's easiest for us, if we're doing classes and we include a quarter of pack, it's easy for us to split when they do it like this, but it just confuses me. So double-sided pattern paper. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that a lot of these dragonflies that are going to be on this paper are going to be able to be punched out. They're going to be the same size as the punch. Don't quote me on that, but that's normally what Stampin' Up do. So that's one side. And then you've got, so with Stampin' Up, you normally get quite a leery side, I call it. So quite a patterned, busy side. And then you get some more, a bit more subtle coordinating patterns as well. So I quite like that. Oh, look at that. So this is called, what was it called? Dandelion, oh, Dandy Garden. So obviously it's got some dandelions in it as well. There we go. So that's that. Guarantee they can be punched out with the punch, but nice as it is. Oh, I'm liking all these backs as well. So again, lots of sort of dandelions. And of course, this does go with the dandelion set that we've got in the annual catalogue as well. So if you've got that, then these are great papers to be able to go with that. So again, it is dandelions and not butterflies, dragonflies galore. That's really hard for me today, isn't it, for some reason? So we've got a stripe. That's nice, like that. It's not that I don't like it all. Oh, that's similar to, okay. I like these. I have to say I'm liking the backs as well. So all these, and you get 4 of each of these. So you've got plenty. So you can keep a whole set to, you know, stroke and love, but you can also you've got 3 other sets to use as well. So that is it, and you get, say, 4 of every single page in there. We've also got, so we have our braided linen thread, which is the crumb cake version. Oh, it's right up there, hold on. So this is in the annual catalogue. You can see that if I bring that up, there we go. So now, same same thing, different colour. So that is, I'm going to go Mossy Meadow. Am I right in that? Mossy Meadow, yes, so a Mossy Meadow braided trim. And then finally, these are super cute, but I've not even opened them yet. Right. Look. Let me turn some of them over so you can see. I'm feeling a glue dot coming on with these. But how cute are they? Oh, so cute. Right, let me lift them right up. Oh. The little ladybirds. Or ladybugs, if you're in America. Ladybirds to us. Don't know why, they're not birds. Ladybugs is probably a better description. But how cute are they? You probably get 20 or 24. 20 in a pack. There we go. How cute. How cute. So yeah, so as I say, so come and join the fun. Come and be a demonstrator. And you can get your hands on that in December. If you're on stage, you can order it now. But yeah, looking forward to that. The weather here in the UK, let's just go back to me. The weather here in the UK is as grotty as anything today. It is grey skies, it is raining, it is horrible, which I didn't know. I had these lights on, but there's cast too much of a shadow on my desk. So it's actually nice to kind of see a little bit more of summery things and spring things, because we're only just really going into autumn, but I'm already like, when's it going to be nice and sunny again? So right, let's go back to here. So yes, so I mean that's it. That's my little bit of sort of show and tell today. Give you sneaky peeks. But otherwise, I'm going to show you today how to make a card using, because obviously we are in Christmas mode. So this gorgeous set here is called a Wishes and Wonder, and the dies are called the North Pole Wonder dies. Oh look, anyone resonate with that? Look, dimensional backings in there. So this is, again, a red rubber stamp set, and it's got all these images on, so just beautiful. Wishing you the happiest season of all. May the wonder of Christmas stay with you throughout the coming year. A special delivery to go on the front of cards and things. A to and a from. But look, a majestic deer, really beautiful sleigh. But what do you get with the dies? So again, these can be bought individually, or you save yourself 10% if you buy them as a bundle. But you've got a deer that cuts out. You've got that one there that cuts out that mistletoe, I'm going to go with. You've got that one which will cut out that stamped image. You've got the sleigh there, which will cut out the sleigh. And then you've got some circles here. So you've got a plain circle there. You've got a sort of tag, so like a starburst tag, a starburst medallion. And you've even got some, so you can cut out, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 dots. So they could be snowballs, snowflakes, they could be embellishments where we're going to put the gilded gems. You could punch out a load of these circles and dot them around. But there's another sprig there as well. But my favourite has been, and I've used this in this month's card club, and I used it as a, not card club, I used it at the class that I taught at the weekend. In fact, if I can, those cards are really safe somewhere. I'll see if I can find one in a minute. But yeah, so I've used this already a lot. So how cool is this? This is a really groovy tag die that you could literally make all your tags for Christmas in no time at all. But it doesn't have to be just Christmas. So I mean, let's have a look outside the box here a little bit as well. All these, so the sprigs could be used, not Christmas. I mean, the deer doesn't have to be Christmas. The circles, another sprig. There's 3 sprigs. The circle, the medallion, the tags, this tag, the dots, all can be used not for Christmas as well. So this isn't just what I would call a Christmas set. The stamp set, yes. Die set, not necessarily. I bought it purely for this tag die. I'm going to see if I can find it. What have I done with it? Hold on. Let me see if I can show you. Where are you? Oh no, I could show you. There's one there. In fact, I've used it a couple of times. I did use it in this month's club, not next month's. They're so safe, I can't find them. Oh. Giving you a sneaky peek here, because you shouldn't really see. That was one of the cards in this month's card club, which is now closed, but will be open for next month using another set. Oh, I love that. Cute, cute, cute. So I've used the tag there. That was one of the cards I did at the weekend for the team retreat. So I've used it there on a slant. And I'm using it today as well. So I bought these dies just for this tag punch. Tag die. So there we go. If you do want details, say the sign-ups for the monthly club aren't open again until the beginning of November. But again, you can look back. I can put some details down to link to that. It's just a club every month. It costs £25. It's on a rolling subscription. You can cancel at any time, but if you do join me for 6 months, you get to pick £25 of your choice out of the Stampin' Up catalogues. But it's a box of goodies through the post, so it doesn't include the stamp set, so you can use it for anything. So you can use your existing supplies, sort of stamp sets and dies, or if you want to make exactly what I made, then you can. There are optional extras that you can add, but you don't have to. And yeah, as I say, it's not open yet, but I will talk about that another time. But I'll give you a link in there. So that's what we're going to use. But to save time, because again, you don't want to sit there and watch me cutting out dies and things like that. So let's see, shall we, what we're going to make. Ta-da! I love this. I love this tag. So I mean, I haven't used the tag for tags at all, as in individual tags. All my tags have gone on my cards so far. But it's just more interesting than the layer. It could be a white rectangle or a Stitch So Sweetly dies I keep using, and so that's a scalloped rectangle, and it could just as easily be that. But you know, let's mix things up again. It's got a bit of stitching along the bottom there. But that's what we are gonna make. So I'm so organised. Look at me. I've got a pack of everything here. So what I have got to share with you today is, let's put that there so you can see that. It's my gilded gems, so I didn't lose those. So what I am going to do today, so obviously you can see me, watch me step by step, but I know that sometimes people want written instructions, or you've missed the dimensions and things as I've been going along. So what I'm going to do, again, once this is finished and I've edited the description, I'm going to send you a link to where you can sign up and get a PDF for this card. And I'm going to start doing that every Wednesday now. That's my aim anyway. So every time I do a Facebook Live, every Wednesday at midday, I'm going to make my project, but then I've also done a PDF, written instructions and pictures as well, and all the products that I've used, all listed on one download for free. It doesn't cost anything. So I'm going to add a sign up where you can sign up for that. And each week what I'm going to do is I'm starting a new group, not for demonstrators, I'm afraid, but for anyone who isn't a demonstrator to come in. It's called Card Making for Beginners and Beyond, because it can be for everybody as such. And in that group I'm going to upload these PDFs each week. So they're there as a resource for everybody to just have access to. So if you sign up for the PDF for this, I give you details. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. There's no pressure to do so. But there's a link to join that Facebook group. And then basically what happens is next week when I do another one, you don't have to sign up again. If you're in the group, you'll see the upload for that. And then over time, we'll obviously have a whole library of PDF written instructions for all my Facebook Lives that can be accessed at any time. How cool is that? I thought that was a great idea. But as I say, you can sign up just for this one anyway. So let's get on. Obviously, I'm going to show you what we're going to do now with all my bits and bobs that I've cut out. In fact, let me move that across there a little bit. But yes, I've cut it all, so literally, so you're not sitting here waiting for me as such, because we could be here all day at this rate. So this card, I've actually cut an A4 piece of card in half that way. Normally, I do that way, and most of my cards are that way, but you know, I've changed things up a little bit. So at 10.5 centimetres, I have cut through the middle, and then I have folded it in half with my bone folder. I only did this because I didn't want it flopping out of my pack. And with my bone folder, folded it so I have a card base there. Then I have a Whisper White layer. So I am a bit funny. If I've got white on here, then I have to have white border. If I've got red, I've got to have red border. If I've got grey, I'm a bit weird. Just call me OCD. I don't mind. So I had to have a little white border. So there's nothing going on that at all. So I can stick that straight on the card. Everything else is on this next Pear Pizzazz layer. But there we go. So just put that on there. I use the Tombow, this is Tombow or multi-purpose adhesive, because it's a wet glue, and what it does, it just gives me a little, not anymore, those seconds have already gone, but it gives me the first second or two just to wiggle it around a bit and make sure that I'm happy with the border. So I make sure that those are even and those are even quickly as soon as it's stuck down. So you could use some sort of temporary adhesive and you can keep pulling it up and putting it down, but you know, I'm all right. I've been doing this a long time now. So the next, so that was, so what is that? So that's 10 by 14.3 centimetres, and then this piece is 9.5 by 13.8. And can you see the texture on that? So that has gone through. I seem to be using this an awful lot, this embossing folder as well. The Tasteful Textile embossing folder. So it just gives that pattern. I think it's not particularly girly. It's not hearts and flowers or anything like that. So it's good for masculine cards. I just think it's a fab all-round generic, and it almost gives we have one called Subtle, which almost changed normal paper into oh, what was it called, textured card, and this is the same, it's just a slightly bigger pattern, but there we go, look at that. It just gives the background some texture. Do you have to do that? Of course you don't. You could just have a plain layer there, but again you can see it's an even border all the way around, but I'm not going to stick it down because everything goes to this bit. So I'm going to put my base card away for a minute, and I'm going to do my sentiment. So this sentiment is the same width, I hope. Yeah, there it is, same width. Now I had to be a bit tough because look how long my sentiment is. That is a long sentiment, but I've picked, so this piece of pattern paper is the Whisper White. So we've got Whisper White, some red, real red dots, got some real red. Pear Pizzazz, got some Pear Pizzazz. Where's my Mossy Meadow? My Mossy Meadow is the dark green, and so I have to have Mossy Meadow somewhere as well, don't I? Just call me OCD. So I sat there and went, my goodness, is that going to fit? It just about fits. I don't know how straight I'm going to do this because I'm under pressure now, aren't I? Doing stamping live without a Stamp-A-Majig, or Stamp-A-Majig or a Stamparatus is a little bit hard, but I'm going to give it a go. So, oh, I can't see properly. Oh, that'll do. So I give it a tiny bit of a pressure in the middle and at each end. I'm not pushing it through really hard. I'm not trying to get through my desk to the floor. Oh, look at that. Now, this has gone slightly off here. Not bothered. Can't fit it on. Not bothered. That's my only bit of stamping today. I'm glad that went well. This is a very die-cut heavy card, and if you're sitting there going, well, what are die cuts? Die cuts are things like this that have been cut out with dies. It's what the die cuts. So you don't need anything. There's no stamping or anything involved in that, and that goes through. So say these are dies. So these metal things. So they have a blade all the way around. You can't hurt yourself on them. They're not super sharp. But the machine runs them through and cuts out these shapes. So you can have everything from alphabets to reindeers to circles to everything. You name it, there's probably a die for it everywhere. So yeah, so these are die cuts, and yeah, so that's what I've done, a lot of die cutting and not a lot of stamping. So again, this is all flat. I do like adding dimension to my card, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you have to, especially this time of year, if you're thinking of posting all these, the thicker you go with your cards, the more dimension you keep layering up, the more it's going to cost you to post, because it suddenly stops going. Oh, do you know what? I put this on a line, and then I kind of use that as my guide to make sure that's straight. So I could go up like that. That'll do. That looks pretty straight to me. Again, I'm eyeballing there. But yeah, so obviously that. So I mean, I will show you this. That there's quite a lot of layers. So again, this adds dimension to the card, adds interest. So my tag isn't. Where am I going? Isn't flat. My medallion isn't flat. My reindeer isn't flat. So this wouldn't go as a normal letter in the UK. This would have to go as a large letter. Whereas if you flattened it all down and didn't use any dimension to layer it up, then you'd probably get away with a normal card. So you bear that in mind. If you're going to give them out by hand, knock your socks off, make as many layers as you like. But if you're going to post them, just bear that in mind. So here is a strip of pattern paper. So it's actually the other side of what's on the tag. Well, I better make sure, no, I've got the right one. But this is the stripe. So again, you could pick anything out the pack. The pack is Heartwarming Hugs. It's got lots of really contemporary red and green patterns. They're not necessarily Christmas, just the red and green makes them a little bit Christmassy. But no, that's it. And there's just 1/2 centimetre different in that. So you could, if you wanted that, oh, it's part of me going, ooh. You could have that, oh, I'm putting that up there like you can see it, my goodness. So you could have that there as well if you wanted it all coordinated, but I've gone to bring out a bit more of the red there. I can't believe I showed you that up there. Right, so, I'll make sure a bit goes in the corner. Well, she says that, I didn't really. So it sticks down. Try not to get it all over my fingers. This glue can actually be a temporary adhesive as well. So if I just left that, like it is now wet, it's permanent glue. So as soon as I stick it down, that's it, it's not moving. When you try and pull it up again, it rips everything. Which is good, because that means when it's stuck, it's not falling apart. But if I left this for probably 15 minutes, this white goes all clear, and then it actually is temporary. So I can kind of put it down, lift it up, put it down, lift it up. So there you go, top tip. I don't really do anything temporary, to be fair. It's a bit of paper and card. I can survive and do another bit if I need to. But it's up to you. So again, I'm lining this up straight. I'm making sure the border each side. So this isn't a border around the edge. It is just a border. Just seeing that's not straight. There we go. It is just a border at the top and bottom. Now, if you were really tight with your gold foil, you could cut a tiny strip. So I could stick the pattern paper down and I could stick a tiny strip of gold there and a tiny strip of gold at the top. But you know what? The gold foil comes in two 12 by 12 sheets or 30 centimetre by 30 centimetre sheets. And that's enough to give myself that. That's a lot easier to do than trying to fiddle around, trying to get these tiny strips in. But it's up to you. Again, if you had little strips, or even if you had bits that were like a centimetre, you could stick that over the top and stick a bit down the bottom. Up to you. Me, I'm splashing out. I'm using a whole piece of gold foil there. Really treating myself. But if you were making hundreds, you could just do the strips. So I'm going to butt that up against there. So I'm making sure it's on top of my sentiment. I'm also making sure it's level there and level there. Look at that. Loving it. Right, so then I have my tag. As I say, that's been die cut out, but you could cut a piece of card and use one of our tag toppers to make a tagged top. Or you could just have a rectangle, or if you've got a rectangle die or anything like that, you could make the tag another way. But I just think there's one of those. I bought the dies just for that. Although I do love the other things as well. I just haven't used them so much yet. But as you see, I've already used 3 of the dies just on this. So I am, here we go, let's give it a wiggle, got a little wiggle room. I haven't put it right down the bottom. So again, if you want the exact measurements of all these and all the products that I've used, I'm going to put the link to sign up for the free PDF once I've finished this. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll find it in the description. So now I'm all out on the dimension. So this is what we call dimensionals. So if you ever see me saying dimensionals, it's just 3D foam tape. So what it means is it gives whatever you're sticking on with it a 3D effect. It brings it out a bit. So it's just double-sided foam hexagons. So on a circle, I'd normally put 3. This has got paper on it. So if I stick the fingernail in the middle, it kind of sticks the edges up a little bit, which means that it's easier to grab, especially if you've got false nails like me. If you've got great nails, you're fine. So I'm sticking that sort of centrally. Again, I use my grid paper as my guide to make sure I'm kind of straight-ish, good as can be. I can see the edge, that die is literally going from edge to edge on that, so I've made sure that it's that way too. Look at him. How cute is he? The detail on his chest. Super cute and super easy, done in 10 seconds. So we also do, when we do black dimensionals as well for darker card, I've just used white here, but we also do mini dimensionals as well. So you can, of course, cut these down and use the edges, so you can cut a bit off of here, or you can cut these in half or quarter. But you know what? Who's got the time for that? Give me some mini dimensionals, and that's good. So I'll stick one of those on his face. I'm going to stick also one of those there, because I think these big ones will be too big for that, but I'll also stick a big one there and a big one there. There we go. Because then I'm going to take these off. But again, as I say, if you're posting these, you probably do him flat. Right. Up to you how you place him. Kind of want him almost along the bottom of there, making sure his antlers aren't sticking up too much. Right, so this a beautiful ribbon, she says. Oh, can you see that? There we go. Is Poppy Parade. But I mean, so this is real red. That's Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade is lighter, but you know what? For this is fine. I like the gold. I like the fact that it brings in the gold with the deer. So what I do to get this through my hole is I put it on, I fold it over, I pop it in the back, and then I stick something through it. Because if I was trying to do that by hand, I'd be here all day. So any kind of pokey tool or tweezers or anything. And then I take these two strands at the back, I pull that out the front to make a loop, and I just poke them through the loop like that, and then just pull them tight. Don't put them really, really tight because you'll rip your tag, but enough that they are, that's fine. So again, so you could put him flat. You saw on one of the cards it was at an angle, and if you're into an angle thing, then that's good for you. I am Mrs. Straight because I'm OCD, so and it's up to you how up and down you put it. I kind of want it centralised, really. Centralised and up a bit, if that makes sense. So again, I'm going to put some dimensions on the back. We do also do this 3D foam sheet, 3D foam in a sheet. So you could, so if you wanted the deer to all be covered in dimension, you could put the card, so the gold foil, on the sheet, cut the whole lot out, and it'll be cut out with foam already attached. Genius. Great for letters and fiddly little things, but not needed today. These are all big enough that we've got enough area to do. But if there was tiny bits, that's great. Or say letters. Give letters dimension, that's too faffy. So, as I say, I'm going to go. Now, because this is lined paper, I can kind of almost count my lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. Good, so I'm in the right place, that's good. And I'm going to go, I'm eyeballing to make sure these are kind of right. I'm eyeballing to make sure it's straight the other way. Now I can, oh my scissors are sticky, I know that. Now I can trim, there we go, my ends off. You can leave them as long as you like, obviously. I'm going to bring my card in, make sure it's not upside down. Why do I know that? And you could add dimension to that again, but actually I think we've got enough. We've got enough dimension at the moment. So I'm just going to use, I say Tombow is the brand, that's why we call this Tombow, but it's multi-purpose adhesive. Multi-purpose because you can use it permanently or temporarily. Okay. Make sure I don't get glue over my fingers. Okay, so again, I'm gently putting it down because I want to make sure I've got an even border before I then just add a bit of pressure. And there we go. I know I wasn't die cutting, I know I wasn't embossing. But there we go. What do you think? Love these. I do love a die cut card because you can't go wrong. Stamping, sometimes you need to be a little bit artistic. Sometimes it does go wrong. That's a practice thing. Can't really go wrong with die cuts. Lick and stick. Put them on. That's it. What I haven't put up there is that link there. So, oh, I haven't finished. Gilded gems. That's what I'm missing. So gems I always put in odd numbers. So 3s, 5s, anything like that, and a bit random, bit in a triangle kind of shape. I've gone over this before. What size did I pick? I don't think I picked the big ones. I think I must have picked the little ones. So, and again, I'm a tweezer girl for this. So one's gone down here. They are self-adhesive, these ones. Yay! So you just plonk them where you want them, give them a push, and they're done. There we go. That's it. So yes, everything you see there can be bought from the shop. There's the link there, natalieoshea.stampinup.net. And as I say, I will upload the link to get the PDF if you need it. If you don't, you've got everything you need there. That's how to make them. But yeah, if you want that PDF, then I will upload the link in a second. If you're watching on YouTube, then the link will be on the description anyway. If you are watching on YouTube and you don't subscribe to my channel, give me a subscribe and YouTube will let you know when I update. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, whether it's live or on a replay, let me know by typing in replay and let me know that you're there. But also, if you don't like my Facebook page, or if you do, then Facebook will let you know and remind you next Wednesday when I go live again, just in case, of course, you might forget. I can't presume you lead your life around my Facebook lives, but who knows? Especially as I've only just got back to them. But yeah, I kind of think that's it, really. Hopefully I haven't been too long. What is it? Oh, it's not so bad, not so bad. But yes, I will put links to the details for the monthly club, links for the details for the paper, pattern paper sale. I'll put links so you can sign up for the PDF if you want to, if you need to, if that wasn't sufficient enough and you want written instructions. And I'll also add the link to join the club. If you're not a demonstrator, then feel free to come along and join us in there. Unless you've got any questions, I'm going to leave it there, I think, and say thank you for joining me. I don't want to take up too much of your time. It is lunchtime, which I know is great if you're watching me, but for me, I've got a grumbly tummy, so I'm going to leave it there. But otherwise, as I say, you can shop there. I'm just going to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye.